So I'm going to show you guys the Colorado beetle and what it's doing to our potato crop here. We've got 3 rows here of potatoes that we planted a few months ago, and they're doing really good, but they've been getting hit all year by the beetles, and it's getting worse than ever right now. We've just been away on holiday and I've come back and I can just see they are everywhere. You can see these little things here. This is the larvae. I'll try and focus on one. There you go, maybe just about see that. And they're just destroying the crops. As you can see, all the leaves are getting eaten. This is a bad example. I mean, I'm starting here towards the back end up there. It's not too bad. But yeah, they're doing some damage. And I think I've come up with an idea of how we can solve the problem. Oh look, here is, I'm going to show you, this is what they look like in the spring when you first, where is it? I can see it on the leaf, can't see it on the camera. Where is it? Here. They look like little peppermint swirl sweets or something. That's how they look, and you see a few of them starting to appear at the start of the season, and then they lay all these little orange eggs on the underside of the leaves. The amount of times I've crawled up and down this on my knees, you can't even see the lines in between barely now, but the amount of times beginning of the season I was crawling up and down here, picking them all off, putting them in a bucket, picking off all the leaves that had the eggs on, feeding them to the chickens. Anyway, can't seem to control it. We don't use any chemicals or sprays or anything like that in the garden, nothing unnatural anyway, just homemade natural sprays if we do, but this is too bad for that. So what I'm going to do, well, I've just had this idea. I'm going to put a little fence around these potatoes. I haven't got enough wire to do the whole lot in one. Been trying to think of how I can put a fence around it, and I just remembered I've got this, I don't know what it is, maybe some sort of sheep fencing that I've used for temporary chicken runs in the past. And so I'm going to do some little sections around these potatoes. I'm going to leave the chickens in there for a few hours, and they can have a feast on these little things. So here it is, real basic. Doesn't look pretty like most of these YouTube videos you see where someone goes out to their local hardware shop and buys some nice fencing, but this is just what I had lying around, and I've just used a few mulberry canes and bamboo canes just to secure the corners and the sides. And here we've got one little brown chicken. Oh no, this one's escaped. Okay, I didn't pin down that bit enough. She was really hard to catch, and she didn't want to, she's eating them all off though. I don't know if you can see, she's like chomping her way through there. Oh no, I've scared her off now. Right, I'm going to have to try and catch her. I was thinking I'd put about 3 or 4 in it, but the rooster is getting really upset with me taking his ladies out of the pen. I had to walk to the door with my back, walk backwards to the door, keeping my eyes on him because I thought he was going to go for me. These ones are lovely, these brown chickens. They're not like that intelligent compared to the other ones, but they've got real funny personalities. I really like them every time we've had chickens like this. And she didn't even notice that she'd been moved. She's just straight in, straight eating them. I'm struggling to see these things. They've been in there about 3 or 4 minutes, and I can't even see. She's just working her way right through them. Right, I'm going to have to go and try and catch that chicken over there now that's escaped and try and secure that little end, put her back in. Here we go, after 10 minutes running around the garden, finally caught her. You can see everything's getting massive now, our corn and our tomatoes, and I just lost her in this jungle. But anyway, got her, she's back in. They're both munching away, and already I can see this is an amazing, perfect solution. This really works. I can still see a couple here and there, little ones. I'm going to leave them in here for about an hour or so, I reckon. And then I'm just going to move it, and this cage is probably big enough to do it in 4 chunks. So by the end of the day, this whole section should be pretty well bugged. bugged out. I don't know what the word is. Yeah, I mean, when you compare, already I'm struggling to see them here, and then as soon as I move over, I can feed them all over this. This end up here is not too bad, but I'll do them anyway. They can do the whole thing. And yeah, the reason I've not got them roaming around the whole garden free range is just because we've got some newly planted things at the minute. Some young peppers, some young carrots, and I don't want them to eat the leaves of, and things like our courgettes are all ripening, and our petit pan squash, and tomatoes are just starting to ripen now, and I know that they'll be attacking those as well. They have free range of the garden a lot of the year. We've got 9 chickens in total and 1 cockerel. And yeah, like through the winter especially, they have free range of the garden. I really like them walking around in the autumn, fertilising the vegetable patch and eating any nasties that are left over, fleas, ticks in the beginning of the season. They're great things to have in the garden, but right now, what we're going to probably end up doing is building some kind of run around the edge so they can have they've got a huge run at the minute, but I don't know, we might extend it slightly. But I'm going to put some water in here for these guys, give them an hour, move them along, let them do their job. I know it doesn't help anyone that hasn't got chickens, but they're great for these kind of reasons that I just mentioned. Plus we get eggs every single day. They're a lot of fun, they're great company. Great for our daughter, she just loves them. She comes and feeds them every day, picks some fresh greens, dock leaves, and all the weeds from the garden, and she loves it. So anyway, thanks for watching guys, hopefully this can help a few people out. Got any questions or comments, do leave us some down below. I'm going to stick some water in this pen, get on with my garden.